I'm going to talk about occurring patterns. So there is no weather warnings, including Niagara Falls City. So let's look at pressure patterns. So don't need to refresh. So 1012, 1016, 1008 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. April the 3rd, 6th. So 1016, 1016, 1020 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. April the 7th. So 1032, 1028, 1036 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is April the 8th. So 1024, 1028, 1032 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is April the 9th. So 1020, 1024, 1016 millibars of pressure, 1018. So let's look at precipitation patterns. So refresh. So this is 2 p.m., not even 11 a.m. because it's too close to 9 a.m. So line said obey Whiteton. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Peterborough is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. There is something. So line said obey Whiteton. Poyles in Hanover, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, South Bay, Midland is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Niagara Falls City, Belleville is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Scarborough Pickering borderline. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. There is something. Line said, be White Sample, in Hanover, Collingwood, Bombay, Sunny, Salaby, Midland, Adela, Betty, Virginia, Beverly. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snow. Niagara Falls City, Belleville is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 11 p.m. So, 不要进 Hanover, Bombay, Sunny, Salaby, Midland, Adela, Collingwood, Georgia, Beverly is ready. Adela is gonna get some. Peterborough is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Niagara Falls City is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Really wide at 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour, 8 a.m. There is nothing else. 11 a.m. There's nothing something. Midland on the left gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 2 p.m. So Palm Beach, Midland on the left gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. There is something. So Peterborough is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Oakville, no whatever. We're going to get some 0. Oakville is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 8 p.m. So, Sissaga, Brampton, South Toronto, Barrington Hill is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snow, including parts of Niagara Falls City, Peterborough. So, Hamilton, Oakville, parts of Scarborough, parts of Niagara Falls City, Niagara on the Lake is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snow, huh? Snowfall. So let's go to 11 p.m. There is something. So, like I said, it'll be Whitetown, Port Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, South Bay, Midland, Lilla, Betty, Virginia, Beverly Hills, Niagara on the lake parts of it, Niagara city parts of it, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, down Toronto, to Hill, Newmarket, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangeville, Betty is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's look at Oakville, Hamilton's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Peterborough gonna get some 0.25 millimeters snowfall later on. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 a.m. There is something. So line said obey Wartown, Poyos Hanover, Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley Beach, Sotheby, Midland, Olilla, Betty, Virginia, Beverly Hills, Burke, Peterborough. Now gonna Niagara Falls City, Newmarket is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 11 a.m. So Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley Beach, Sotheby, Midland, Olilla, Betty, Virginia, Beverly Hills, Newmarket, Stoffel, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Niagara Falls cities going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall, including Richmond Hill, parts of Scarborough, most of it. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall everywhere in southern Ontario, except not everywhere, but cities, whatever it said. So let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. So Niagara Falls City is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. There's nothing else. 8 p.m. There's nothing else. 11 p.m. Let's go back to 11 a.m. Let's see any cities missing. There is no cities missing. Let's go to 11 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's go to 8 a.m. There's nothing else. 11 a.m. There's nothing else. 2 p.m. There's nothing else. 5 p.m. There's nothing else. 8 p.m. is nothing else. 11 p.m. is nothing else. 8 a.m. there is something. So, like I said, Bay, Whitetown, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Midlands, gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Barrie, the Port Hudson's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Hanover is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters, 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Collingwood 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 11 a.m. Whitetown, Port Hudson, Hanover is gonna get some 0.25, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, but including Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, South Bay, Midland, Barrie is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Oshawa 0.5 millimeters. Lionshead, Obi, parts of Oshawa, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangeville. Those six are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Georgia, Beverly Isles, so on the line today. So Barrie's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is Peterborough is also 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. So, like I said, Bay Whiteton, Collingwood, Ottawa, Georgia is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Belleville. So Beverly Hills is going to get some 0.2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Boylston, Hanover. Thunder Beach, Southern is going to get some 0.2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including 2.5 millimeters. So Palm Beach, where is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket, Stoffel, no, whatever. Stoffel, no, that's not Stoffel. So Scarborough, Richmond Hill, Brampton is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket, Stoffel is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Oshawa. So Oshawa is going to be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall on parts of it. Coburg is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, so including Peterborough. So let's go to Sissaga, Scarborough, Toronto, Patrick. It's going to get some 0 parts of Scarborough, Toronto, Mississauga. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Uxbridge. It's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is Orangeville, Brampton. Orange was gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is Collingwood 0.25. Let's go to next hour, which is 5 p.m. So Collingwood, Barrie, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Midland, Thunder Beach, South Bay is gonna get some. Hanover is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including parts of Scarborough. Possibly parts of Mississauga, down to Toronto, parts of it. Parts of Oshawa, even Peterborough. Not Peterborough. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Niagara Lake, parts of Niagara Falls City. Coburg is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Belleville is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next hour, which is Hamilton Oakville. Sissaga is gonna get some 0.25, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Brampton, Orangeville. Newmarket, Richmond Hill is gonna get some 0.10, 2.5 millimeters. Stoffel is gonna get some 6.25 in yeah. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. There is something. So Naran parts of Niagara and the Lake Niagara Falls City holding. Parts of Scarborough, Snowfall, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Brampton, Orangeville, Oshawa, Uxbridge is going Peterborough is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Barrie, blah, blah, blah. Southern Bay, Midland, Bombay is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Sissaga, parts of Scarborough is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including local parts in Niagara Lake. So Coburg is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Babel is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next suburb, which is 11 p.m. So Port Scarborough, Sissaga, downtown Toronto is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Coburg, Betty, Olala, Palm Beach, Salaby, Midland. Those is also gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Port Scarborough is 2.5 millimeters. Hamilton, Oakville is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Niagara on the Lake is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Parts of Niagara Falls City is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Oshawa is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall like this, and heavy is gonna be 6.25 millimeters. Balboa is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour. There is no next hour, so let's look at total precipitation. So let's start from 8 p.m. So 2 millimeters in Brampton, Mississauga is 2 millimeters, Downtown is 1 millimeters, down in between Hill is gonna get some 0.8 millimeters. Peterborough 1 millimeters, Coburg 0.6 millimeters, Balfour 0.6 millimeters, Georgina is going to be 0.6 millimeters, Salala 0.7 millimeters, Midland is gonna be 0.7 millimeters, Salisbury is gonna get some 0.3 millimeters. Everywhere locals 1 millimeters, Niagara on the Lake 0.7 millimeters, Niagara Falls City is gonna be 0.7 millimeters. So Richmond Hill New Market, Orangeville New Market is gonna get some 0.6 millimeters. Stouffville is also 0.2 millimeters. Actually doesn't count. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. April the 7th. So Whitetown 2 millimeters, Collingwood 2 millimeters, Wales in Hanover 2 millimeters, Lineshead Obey 2 millimeters, Collingwood 2 millimeters, Bombay Standard Beach 2 millimeters, Southern Beach 3 millimeters, Midland 3 millimeters. Everywhere in Niagara 3 millimeters, Hamilton Oakville is going to be 0.7 millimeters of rainfall. Newmarket 0.2, it's going to be 2 millimeters, Tofu 3 millimeters, Scarborough 3 millimeters, Uxbridge 2 millimeters, Sasha 3 millimeters, Peterborough 4 millimeters, Coburg 6 millimeters, Balboa 7 millimeters, Sissaga 0.6 millimeters, Brampton 0.7 millimeters, Orangeville is going to get some 0.8 millimeters of rainfall. Downtown Toronto 0.6 millimeters, 7 millimeters. So Oakville 0.8 millimeters. So the 0.8 is also Oakville. Downtown Toronto. Brampton 1 millimeters, Babylon 1 millimeters, Georgina 1 millimeters, or 2 millimeters. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. April the 8th. There is nothing else. Let's go to April the 9th. There is something. So Boylston's gonna get some 7 millimeters of rainfall. So it's actually 6. Hanover 7 millimeters. Whitehall 5 millimeters. Lineshead Obey is gonna be 2 millimeters. Collingwood 2 millimeters. Bombay is gonna get some 9 millimeters. Actually, some 9. Thunder Bay 6 millimeters. Solid Bay 6 millimeters. And Midland's gonna get some 6 millimeters or 5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's look at Jodinia 2 millimeters. Beverly is gonna get some 5 millimeters. Where he's gonna get some 9 millimeters. So everywhere Niagara Falls is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Hamilton Oakville 5 millimeters. Ranton 4 millimeters. It's like 4 millimeters. Down to Ranton 4 millimeters. Scarborough 6.5 millimeters. It is 5 millimeters. Over 7 millimeters. Newmarket 5 millimeters. Orangeville 5 millimeters. Olala is going to get some 3 millimeters. Oshawa is 8 millimeters. Uxbridge is 8 millimeters. Peterborough 3 millimeters. Coburg 7 millimeters. Valbo 8 millimeters. 5 millimeters in Oakville, and Oakville again it's gonna get some 5 millimeters. So let's go to next hour, which is there is no next hour. Let's look at total snowfall. Starting from 8 p.m. So 0.8 millimeters of snowfall is going to be Brampton. Mississauga 0.3, Downtown 0.3, Newmarket 0.3, Wilkes-Barre 0.3, Oshawa 0.2, Dobro 1 centimeters, Coburg with 0.3 centimeters, 0.2 Zimbabwe, so Niagara Falls City 0.2 centimeters, Hamilton 0.2, Oakville 0.2, Collingwood 0.3, Sotheby 0.6, Midland 0.6. So if it's say like 0.25 millimeters of rainfalls, it's going to be 0.25 millimeters of rainfall per hour. So 100 centimeters doesn't exist in like 2 p.m. exactly. So it could be after 2 p.m. So let's go to next tower. Olala is gonna get some 1 centimeters of snowfall, but he's gonna be 0.2 centimeters. Ravila is 0.19. Georginia is gonna be 0.3 centimeters. Bombi is 0.3 centimeters. Mainland is gonna be 0.55 centimeters of snowfall. That's gonna be 0.7. So let's go to next tower, which is gonna take 0.2 centimeters. Let's go to 8 p.m. It is April 7th. So, y turns 1.7 centimeters line said OB, 1.8 centimeters foils, 1.6 on 1.7 calling over, 1.6 leg beads, 3.5 midline, 3.4 centimeters. So, Lala is gonna get some 2.4 centimeters. Sardinia is gonna get some 1.2 centimeters. Where Valley ISO is gonna get some 1.1 centimeters. Valley is 1.1 centimeters. So let's look at everywhere in Arc falls 2 centimeters. Hamilton goes 2 centimeters, 0.2 centimeters. Branches 0.3 centimeters. Dr. 0.6 centimeters. Scarborough is gonna get some 2.5 centimeters. Stoffel is 1.5, 2.5 centimeters. Newmarket Orange Hill 2.1 centimeters. Orange Hill is going to be 1.3 centimeters. Sioux is 1.7 also 3.3 centimeters. Speedboat 1.3 centimeters. Colbert 5.9 centimeters. Valvo 6.8 centimeters. This is August 1.01 centimeters. So let's go to next tower, which is 90 tower. There is nothing else. Let's go to 8 p.m. There is nothing else. So let's look at air temperature pattern. So let's look at air temperature pattern, which is 3 p.m. There is something. So 1 degrees in white, line said obeys 1 degrees, 4 hours 1 degrees, Hollywood 1 degrees, this is air temperature pattern, calling with 2 minute degrees, Palm Beach 2 degrees, Solid Beach 2 degrees, Thunder Beach, Solid Beach is different. 1 degrees, Jordania's 4 degrees, Babylon's 4 degrees, Valley 3 degrees, on the left 3 degrees, everywhere around 7 degrees, Niagara Falls, Hamilton Oakville 6 degrees, Brownton, Mississauga 6 degrees, Downtown 6 degrees, Scarborough 6 degrees, Stoffel 6 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville 5 degrees, Oaksville 5 degrees, Sasha 6 degrees, Sweetwater 6 degrees, Coburg 5 degrees, Balboa 6 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is Midland 2 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. So Boyata -2, Boyaza -2, Anna was -3, Line said OB -2, Collingwood -2, Bombies, Dunnabees -2, Salaby -1, Midland -1. Olala -2, Betty -2, Georgina 0 degrees, Rablas is gonna get some -2 degrees. Everywhere in Anchor falls above 5 degrees. Hamilton Ogle 0 degrees. This is Saga -1, Downtown -1, Brampton -2, Stoffel -2, Scarborough -2, Downtown -1. Newmarket Orange -3, Uxbridge -3, Asha -2, Peterborough -3, Coburg -1, Belleville -2. So let's go to next tower, which is Bombay Sun Beach -2. So let's go to next tower, which is 3 p.m. There is something. So Whiteham 5 degrees, Collingwood 3 degrees, Lineshead Obey 3 degrees, Warehouse 3 degrees, Honeywood 4 degrees, Strawberry 5 degrees, Jordina 3 degrees, Babylon is 5 degrees, Olala 5 degrees, Bombi is 3 degrees, Solid Bay 2 degrees, Thunder Beach, Bombi, Thunder Beach gonna be 1 degrees, Solid Bay 2 degrees, everywhere in Agfa 6 degrees, Hamilton Oakville 5 degrees, Brampton 6 degrees, Mississauga 3 degrees, Downtown 3 degrees, Scarborough 4 degrees, Downtown Stoufels 5 degrees, Newmarket Orange 5 degrees, Hooksville 5 degrees, Sasha 3 degrees, Peterborough 5 degrees, Coburg 2 degrees, Belleville 5 degrees. So let's look at Olala 5 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is Oakville's 2 degrees. So Saxon 3 degrees. So let's go to 7 a.m. April the 7th. So Whitehall -7, Boyards -6, Hanover -7. Hanover -6, 6.5 is in -6.5, Hanover line 0, OB -7, Hanover -6. Solid B -5, Bomb Beach -5, Thunder Beach -6, Midline -6, Solid Line -6. Betty is gonna get some -3 degrees, Beverly Hills -3 degrees, Betty -5, Solid Line -6 degrees. It's 5 degrees. So everywhere in Niagara Falls -1.5, Hamilton Oakville -1 degrees, Mississauga -1, Toronto -1, Stoffel -2, Scarborough -1. Toronto -2 means Newmarket -3, Orangeville -4, Oaksville -3, Oshawa -2, Peterborough -4, Coburg -1, Belleville -3. So let's go to next hour, which is 3 p.m. So Whitetown -3, Port Elgin -4, Hanover -3.5, Lineshead OB -3 degrees, Collingwood -4, Lineshead OB -4. Salary -5, Danby -5, Bombay -3, 5.5, Midland -4 degrees, Sardinia -3, Babylon -3, Barrie -4, Olala -4 degrees, everywhere in Agfa 0.5 degrees, Hamilton Oka 1 degree, Sissaga 1 degree, Toronto 1 degree, Stowe -2, Scarborough -1.5, Downtown -1, -3 is in Newmarket, Orangeville -2, Ipswich -2, Oshawa -1, Peterborough -3, Coburg -1, Belleville -1. So Sissaga 1 degree, Scarborough, Richmond Hills -1 degrees. So let's go to next hour, which is 7 a.m. So Boylston -2 degrees, -3, Hanover -4 degrees, Lionshead -2 degrees, Hobsway -3 degrees, Collingwood -6 degrees, Whitehall -4. Sullivan -4, Thunder Beach -4, Palm Beach gonna get some -5 degrees, divided by 5. Midland -6 degrees, so Olala is gonna get some -4 degrees. Betty's gonna get some -5. Georgia -3 degrees, -4 degrees. Beverly Hills is gonna get some -5 degrees, so -4. Everywhere in Aqua is -4.5. Hamilton Oka -4 degrees, -3 in Oka, -4 is coldest, -3 is warmest in Oka. So Brampton -5, Mississauga -3, Dartmouth -3, Scarborough -4.5, Stowe -6. Newmarket Orangeville -7, -7 on Newmarket Orangeville -6. Uxbridge -7, Oshawa -6, Peterborough -8, Coburg -4, Belleville -5. So let's go to 3 p.m. So which is next hour. So Whiteson 8 degrees, Hoyleton 5 degrees, Hanover is going to be 7 degrees, Collingwood 7 degrees, Lionshead OB is going to be 5 degrees, Bombay 6 degrees, Solid -6 degrees, Thunder Beach 5 degrees, Midland 5 degrees, 7 degrees, so everywhere in Agfall 7 degrees, Hamilton Oka 5 degrees, Brampton 4 degrees, Mississauga 3 degrees. 3 degrees in Toronto, Scarborough 3 degrees, Stouffville 3 degrees, Newmarket 4 degrees, Orange 4 degrees, Uxbridge 3 degrees, Oshawa 2 degrees, Peterborough 2 degrees, Coburg 1 degrees, Melbourne 1 degrees. So let's look at Georgia 4 degrees, Babylon 5 degrees, Barrie 5 degrees, Olala 5 degrees, 4.5 degrees. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 a.m. So Boylston 5 degrees, Honolulu 5.5 degrees, so line said, oh, that's 6.5. Line said OB is gonna be 5 degrees, Collingwood 8 degrees, Bombay is gonna be 5 degrees, Thunderbee is gonna be 5 degrees, Salabay is gonna be 6 degrees, 7 degrees, 6 degrees, Midland 7 degrees, Solala, Berry, Jardina 6 degrees, Beverly Hills 7 degrees, so everywhere in Eric falls 7.5 degrees, Hamilton Oakville 7 degrees, Brampton 7 degrees, Mississauga 6 degrees, 7 degrees, Dartmouth 6 degrees, Scarborough 5.5 degrees, Snowfall 5 degrees, Scarborough 5 degrees, 6 degrees, Newmarket 6 degrees, Orangeville 7 degrees, Oshawa 5 degrees, Uxbridge 5 degrees, Peterborough 5 degrees, Coburg 4 degrees, Melbourne 4 degrees, so it goes 7 degrees. So let's go to next hour, which is 3 p.m. 2 p.m. actually. So Boylston 11 degrees, Hanover is gonna get some 13 degrees. Lionshead OB is gonna get some 12 degrees. Actually, 11 degrees. Collingwood 12 degrees. Bombay's 11 degrees. Solid Base 10 degrees. Thunder Bay is gonna be 7 degrees. Georginia's 8 degrees. Beverly Hills is gonna be 11 degrees. 9 degrees. Paris 11 degrees. Olala's 9 degrees. Everywhere in Arc Falls 31.5 degrees. Hamilton will go over 12 degrees. Brampton 13 degrees. This is like 12 degrees. Down to 10 degrees. Scarborough 10.5 degrees. Still full 11 degrees. Newmarket Orange 10 degrees. Uxas 9 degrees. Oshawa 9 degrees. Peterborough 9 degrees. Coburg 8 degrees. Belleville 11 degrees. So let's go to Whiteham 14 degrees. So let's go to next hour. There is no next hour. So let's look at this is the actual end of the video actually. So that was 11 degrees. So this is the end of the video.